All right, I see somebody come on instantly. Can you hear me? Just give me like a thumbs up or some sort of message. Can you hear me? I'm at the windiest beach. It's been a long time since I've been at a windy beach like this. Can you hear me? Messy hole, yep. Is it like windy here? Actually, let me get up. What up, James? Or Rebecca, whoever's on there. Guys, if you guys go to any channel, go to James's channel, Rebecca's channel. Let's let this tractor through. You always got to be good to the tractor guy. Oh, wrapping up your lunch break. Still at work, man. You got to take off on that channel. You're like a filmmaker. You're not, I don't know what you do. What do? You like put parts together, build stuff? You got to build stuff. You look like you use your hands a lot. All right, so yeah, we had the storm last week. I don't know if you guys saw my other videos. You see that little bit of seawall? That seawall I haven't seen ever. Like since I started metal detecting, I didn't know there was a seawall there. There was, see that sprinkler? Can you see that sprinkler? That sprinkler was covered, like barely poking out. So this seawall, see those steps? The handrail? That handrail I've never seen before. So imagine the sand that just buried this entire like seawall and those steps. So that's how low the beach is right now. The wind's blowing out of the east northeast at like 20 miles an hour. It's really blowing hard. But I got the microphone on and it's in my neck gaiter. But here's what I'm gonna do today. I don't know if I should be teaching you guys as much as I've been teaching. I haven't found anything since I started teaching everybody how to detect these beaches. But you look at this breaker. You guys see what's going on here? You see the sand on the right side and no sand on the left side? Duh. Look, 2 feet of sand difference. Can you even imagine where all the targets are? Probably like right here, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go up above this other breaker. Here's the main beach. Everybody sits in front of this main beach. There's a shack of food right there. So during busy times, everybody's sitting all along this area. So everybody swims all along these two bays for the most part. So I'm gonna head down. I've got my chest mount. These stupid phones don't have gimbals in them. All right, so the wind picked up. How's the wind sound? Is it like really windy or no windy? Nobody commented, so I guess you can't hear me at all. James, have a good day. No, sounds good. That's what I need to see. Thanks, guys. Look. So you can see that the current runs through here, right? When the high tide comes through. But obviously the wind's been coming out of the north and it'll pile the sand up on this side of the breaker and pull it out of the top side of this side of the breaker, right? And then all the way down, the breakers go all the way down. So you could do the same on the other side. So yeah, maybe I start on the other side of this other breaker and then just go up to this side of this low spot. So yeah, this is Archibald, Madeira Beach. It's the northernmost part of Madeira Beach. And then that down there in the center of the frame is the Don Cesar. So that is almost the furthest south in Pinellas County. It's got about another 2 miles to that point to the right. That's Paso Grill. And then how far can we see north? So that's the breakers at Reddington Beach up there. There's a bridge up there, so that's as far north as you can see. I'll put you on the mount here in a second. Okay, so, oh man, I don't know if I should teach you guys all this stuff or not. So even though this breaker is washed out on this side, right? The sand. So literally the only spot you can hunt is right there. So you got about a 8-foot wide spot for about 50 feet that you could hunt. So let's come back up this way. And I'm meeting somebody at the beach tomorrow, so today's kind of like a recon day. I just wanted you guys to get some sort of content. All right, I'm gonna start about where these birds are and then head back and then skip over and then head back. So let's see if we can do this. I need another hand out of my ass or something, out of the middle of our back. Wouldn't we be better creatures if we had like 3 arms? All right, I put the speaker up next to the microphone, so maybe you guys will be able to get some sort of sound. Beach 2, always in the wet sand, guys. That's what I run always. All metal, always. Let's see what we've got. Noise cancel, you can always noise cancel if you want. I usually do noise cancel. Let's see if it's better with the sun or without the sun. That's probably better, right? Ground balance 0, always on the beach. Volume 25. Turn off the Bluetooth. Oops, sorry about that. Threshold, I'm gonna run the threshold at like 20, as loud as you guys can stand it in your ear without it blowing your eardrum out. That way you can hear variances in the threshold. 5 tones, I run 5 tones because it makes me dig more. And then the accept reject doesn't matter because I run all metal for the most part. And then if you hold this button down, oop, nope, wrong one. Sorry. Recovery speed at 6. Hold that button down. F2.9, I like to run the original factory settings at 6. Man, I just gave you like my secret gold settings. That's it. Let's go. Sorry, now I'm putting you in the mount. Dirty money. I saw something at Dirty Money. No such thing as dirty money, is there? Oh wait, yeah it is. It's like the Biden campaign is dirty money. I probably see. I gotta edit that stuff out because then all the silly people that voted on the other side. All right, let's get it. Sensitivity. How come I can't hear the threshold? There it is. I'm even going to turn the threshold up a little bit. There, so it's 22. Probably should have just gone down by that guys, if you got a spot big enough to pick up the trash, just pick up some trash. This is just going to float around in the ocean forever. So this side's not as bad as the other side that it was back there, but you see how the sand changes. You see it becomes more of a shelly base, and then it's kind of got a little bit of a hump and then turns into shells and then it drops right off. So if I was hunting today without my phone, I would be out just past that drop off. But for now, you want to just stay right at this weed line wash. Grunt, 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 grunt. That's a bottle cap, most likely. And the tide's almost, I don't know, a couple hours from high tide, but the transition of the tide from low to high is super slow in the last couple days. So she's got like her 3-carat diamond ring on. And when people walk, guys, you could lose a diamond ring just by walking. And I'm gonna find a 3-carat diamond ring soon. My problem is I'll just probably end up returning it. Now I come on this time of day for my European fans. And if they're not gonna come on and watch me, I'm gonna have to stop coming on this time of day. What did I run for sensitivity? 22. Holy moly. If it runs smooth, go ahead and leave it. Bottle cap. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Now if I hear targets, I generally slow way down. You'll see me slow way down. And all I'm doing is like a stagger from left to right. I'm doing like not really an up and down. I'm kind of doing like a little bit of just stagger, like you're drunk or something. And now what, look, so instead of just staying there at the low tide line, you can see where that seagull is. It's pretty much flat all the way up. The storm went all the way up to the sand dunes, so I'm probably going to walk to where that seagull is just to see if everybody, you know, I don't know, check this upper line or not. So there's a little teeny hump right here that I'm walking up and over. You look too comfortable, Mr. Seagull. So if you don't hear a lot of sound up here, you know somebody's pretty much covered this area. And if you get a lot of false sounds, turn your sensitivity down. Bottle cap. Crab traps chirp a little bit like a quarter. This is a bottle cap. 8, 9, 9. 8, -1, -2, -12. Yeah, I would leave it. Like a banging 12, you gotta dig a banging 12. 9 through 12. 11, 12 out of the hole. It's gonna be a pull tab, but what is going on? Did I use the pinpointer? Oh, look at my first target, guys. What? What? It's a heart. It's a heart. Let's go down and wash it off. What? My first target. Oh, what? Man, why couldn't it have been the 3-carat diamond that the lady was wearing? But what? How cool is that? That's cool. I don't know, bling bling. Bling bling bling. But I don't know. That's crazy. I'm glad I found that. I'm glad you guys could see that I find some stuff. My last ring was like forever ago. Does anybody even remember when my last ring number 215? Stuck at 215 for a long time now. So now I just continue that same pattern, but I'm guessing that it's going to be in this black line. You see there's like a black line just under this hill, and I'm assuming that that's where stuff's going to collect. But what I do is just I continue my pattern back down to the higher sand set down here. And then if you find something like that, maybe you tighten your grit a little bit. You don't do so much of a drunken loop as you do, like you can see my last scrape mark. So I keep the scoop on the way back up on the same scrape mark, so it starts to double it over. And you're not even watching, so it's real hard for this phone, guys. I'm not used to this phone. It like has a magnifying. And the sensitivity is still at 22. Any guesses what a 1920 is, guys? Like banging loud 20. It's going to be right. Oh, I thought it was going to be really shallow, but yeah, it is super shallow. Stinking Lincoln. Stinking Lincoln. The crusty rusty. And it's about, so there's the hole from the earring, there's the hole, so it's 4 or 5 feet around, or 4 or 5 feet difference, not that much difference. So then you start giving yourself like, oh wow, the target area is seriously like 6 to 8 feet. Grunt, 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 grunt. And you guys know that I just tab up the grunts so that I know where the heavies start lying. Grunt, 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 grunt. .21, see all that, but there's a massive grunt with it. I'm guessing it's a bottle cap. Maybe crab trap, because now it's all negative out of the hole. Maybe even a fish hook. All right, let's see what it is. Somewhere in there. Or a screw. So my purpose today in life, guys, was to just get this screw off the beach so that somebody didn't jab their foot during vacation. But that's a perfect weight so that the earring, the penny, that screw, something else there, if I dig that up, it's probably like a crab trap, maybe a fish hook or something. More grunts right here. So now if I step back and show you where all the targets are laying, you can see this little black patch. And then there's literally like everything collects in this one spot. So when you come to an area like this and you hear a lot of like, and the reason I run all metal always is because I can hear the grunts, and then the ferrous targets, you know, like blah, 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 you know, so that's kind of why I stay in this area. I might even do a little come back this way. Maybe I missed something this way. And then I'll like do a little stagger. And now I'm coming up onto this pile of sand. You can see the texture change. You see the color change. I'll even come out here to show you. Look, see all these shells? It's like a macerated shell patch. But it's clearly a hill that comes out to here. Watch the elevation change in the water. So it starts going down fast. Faster, faster, and then there's another drop off out here, like right here. So if I was hunting in the water today, I wish I had a live way to do it. I'd be hunting along this last drop off right here. And then this is where anything that comes off the beach is going to finally sit until it gets washed into the deeper channel. But 90% of the time it sits right here, and this is where you need to be hunting. That's where I hunt. That's why I find so many rings there. So all this soft, you see this smooth sand, smooth sand, smooth sand, smooth sand, and then you see another transition right here. See this? See the color change from this powdered sand to this deeper sand, and then you come up and see this shell line. So this is where the objects and things start to settle. And then you come up here, obviously that's where I marked all those targets. Grunt, 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 grunt. Some more iron. (2021). It's a Lincoln. Now this is at the very top of the area, so it's got a little bit of sand over it. Oh, I just saw it. I didn't have to kick it again. Is that it? And that's about as high as you need to go. But if I find a target this high, I go higher. Check again. We already came up here once, so let's come up here again real quick. Just check it real quick. Couple grunts. Another solid 20. It's another penny. It's another penny. And it's on the surface, so it was probably washed up from down there and not down from up there, so it's just the opposite of what you'd think. And sorry I'm not answering any questions or saying hi to anybody. I love you all for coming. So I turn around, look, see where everything would settle, if it does settle. Just use your eyes, guys. Look. So here's another penny. A lot of guys with the smarter machines don't even dig these 20s. Or a lot of guys and girls. Of course, I've got women watching that are just as good as the men, but we knew that was a penny. But it is targets that people have left. The smarter machines come looking just for golds. Now I'm way up onto the beach. This is where all the white sand used to be. No more white sand. And you can see humps. See that hump with the black line on it right there? Right here? That's solid. And then see how it dips off right here? So obviously nothing's going to be sitting on this high hump, but everything might be right below it, right? Now I'm just coming back down to the area where all the targets, probably most of the rings sit down bottom here. So there was some pennies up here. I'm hearing some stuff up here. And now I'm overlapping my swing from the last up. Here's a weird sound, very weak 6-7. Very weak, probably can slaw, but this could be a little gold charm. Or nothing, or so small that it, there it is. Now I'm guessing it's a split shot, the way it sounds out of the hole. A split shot for fishing. Let's see, any guesses? Oh, what did I just say? I hope you guys start to believe in, oh, I broke it. So it's a split shot for fishing. I broke both sides of it now. But you'll find some 6s that are like earrings. You know, little gold stud earrings will be a 6. Something will be a 6. I found an 18 karat ring at 5, 6 or somewhere around there. I found stuff all the way from 1 all the way to 18. And now I'm coming up onto that sandy transition where I haven't heard anything down here. So I just start to turn back up, keep my drag exactly in the same spot. Notice how I'm slowing my swing down, not swing this way, but I'm definitely overlapping now because I want to try to get everything in this little area. And the people that say they dig everything are crazy. I can't stand it when people say that. So if I was to dig everything, I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more holes I would have had to have dug. So just start picking up on your machine. Don't dig everything. Dig more than most because you're going to find more than most if you dig more, but don't dig all those negative. Hi, birds. So now when the targets start fading out, when I start not marking as much and not having as much targets or as many targets, I start going back into the drunken further away. So now I'm not doing up and downs quite as tight. I'll start going into more of a, what did I call it? A drunken walk. So now I'm not doing my up and downs as tight, but I am starting to gain more distance. So there's my drag mark. I expand that so I'm not dragging my scoop right next to that drag mark. I'm expanding it so I'm going a little bit further. You can always go back, guys, if you hear something or get in an area with a lot of sounds. I don't know, you see all those numbers? A lot of junk going on. I like to see what it is just for fun. It's grunting out of the hole, 17 grunting out of the hole. I have no idea. You guys have any idea? It's crazy. Oh, it looks like a rivet head. No, wait, it might be a split shot. No, it's a rivet head from a chair. A rivet head from a chair. Wow, and it was making all that noise. It's crazy. Saw the size of that thing, guys? That's why this Equinox is really special. If you got friends, or if you guys have friends that detect, tell them about my channel if you would. Hit the thumbs up if you guys haven't already hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. I don't even care if you hit the thumbs down, because that also helps my channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe if you would, please. I'm trying to teach people how to hunt on the beach, and I really don't know how to hunt on land, but I'm willing to learn. And wait till I get to somewhere where I can relic hunt. Woo! I can't wait till I find something like a 6.7. We just discussed what a 6.7 was, right? Swivel. Solid 6.7 out of the hole. What is it? Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. Pull tab. Piece of one at least. All right, I don't know if I can see my phone. I might switch it around. Sheriff, we're lucky to have them patrolling the beaches like we do. What? What's going on, everybody? I know you don't want to see my face. I'm just coming on real quick to say hi. Corey, what's up, Corey? Sandal Sven. No ring, not yet. We'll get there. Harold, what's going on? Mark, what's going on? I'm just saying hi, guys. I can barely see this phone. Everybody, check everybody's channel out. Metal detecting, swinging with Donna. There's my biggest fan, guys. I really got to give that to her for sure. She comments on everything. I really appreciate it, Donna. I still haven't told you owe me $1,000 for that ring yet. What the beep is on? What's going on? Clint Fox, what's going on, guys? Dirty money metal detecting. No such thing as dirty money, I don't think. I think we just discussed that. Matthew Davidson, thanks, Matt. I appreciate all you do for my channel, brother. There we go. And then James, he had to go back. If you guys haven't seen Messy Hole, I love James and Rebecca. They do a lot. James is like an editing master. He really needs to put out more content. He did a documentary style, and I would really like to kind of like have a metal detecting on the History Channel. Maybe I should put up some sort of like petition where you guys see me on the History Channel going around the country doing something like the Expedition Unknown guy, Josh Gates. That guy's a genius. I'd love to be on his show with a metal detector. Again, you just mark the negatives and then look back, and you can truly see where the line of targets is. So there's a lot of stuff going on right here. And now when you start hearing those targets, you stop staggering like a drunk guy, and you start tightening up your group. And now look, can you see the, oh, what am I doing? You guys are still watching me. So you see the ripples, you see the lines in the ripples? That's that soft sand, and it's being pulled out by the waves, right? And can you see the black sand starting to develop in that? So if you wait a half an hour, this wave set will have pulled this flat. Or if the tide's coming in, it's gonna bury that into a longer pattern. You can go out into the water if you want, but really, if you come out during different times of the day, different tides will expose different stuff. The tide's on its way in right now. I'm gonna be at the beach tomorrow morning at 7, and I'm gonna detect the tide all the way in, probably till about noon. So I'm gonna go from about 7 to noon. I'm gonna put in about 5-6 hours of detecting tomorrow. And then I'll go home and edit. Six, seven, right on the surface. Cancela or a swivel. All right, let's go down with the pinpointer. What do we got? What do we got? Oh. So, but still, this is, now it's real light. It's about 1 gram. And then we had we had the light pull tab there. So maybe the higher end side is the lights, and then maybe you want to concentrate where these iron targets are falling. So grunt, 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 grunt. Now you guys can't see that. See, I gotta get used to this phone a little bit. So this hill gets more severe as I get closer to this breaker, but it falls off to where all the sand peeled out of the breaker there. So maybe not go so high. This is about as high as you want to go. See this black sand transition right here? So I come right to here. Now I'm gonna go back into that drunk stagger mode and start heading towards the breaker a little bit faster. So my up and down was about an 8-foot up and down instead of more than that. The next breaker is way better than this one. So now my up and down's down to like 8 to 10 feet. You guys look at everybody's neck and their fingers when you're detecting at the beach. You're like, oh, there's a depositor. They're holding on to their necklace pretty tight. How's it going?
Some good stuff?
I didn't know. Just an earring. One earring.
That's cool.
So now I'm at the breaker. You see the mound of sand here? It's like a mound of sand. So that's 3 feet of sand over anything that's going to be running down through here, right? So you got a little bit of an area. It's about a 10-foot area right here. That's a collection area. Oop. $17, $19, $22. That is a penny, sir. Oh, wait. Look, look, look. No way. Look, just laying on the surface. That is not a penny. That is very cool. What? Just laying on the surface. See, you didn't even need a detector. That is so cool. I'm such a weirdo. Is that not cool? Oh man, some days I have a good time. How cool is that? So much for a penny. But what I just tell you about a collection area, right? So it's an area that just gets washed in and out and everything just sits in this little bit of a, it's a little 10-foot area. Another thing, I don't know if I should show people how to hunt around these breakers or not. I've been really putting a hurting on my own finds because I teach everybody how to hunt in my area. So watch. You guys watching? Look. So the breakers make a particular sound. Okay, that breaker's got a 13, so it's got a piece of rebar in it that acts like a 13. You see the -2, look, -7, -6, -8, -6. When you come by these breakers, ignore those numbers. If you see something else, like a 12 or whatever next to it, here, let's drop a penny and show you. So I'll drop this penny, watch. Drop the penny right next to it. So look. You see the -6, -6, -6, -6, -6, -6. You see the 20? Look, go further. -6, -5, -6. So look, clearly there's something different there. So that's how you hunt around the breakers. Man, I'm gonna need to start asking for money because I'm not gonna be able to find any more gold anymore because I'm telling everybody how to hunt my spots. Oh no. So then I just kind of go back a little bit along this line. I'm now just a little bit higher than I was. This is that same collection area. There's just a little bit of a spot along here. And then I'll skip over to that other breaker. Right, and if you look here, You can see the swirls of sand. You can almost see how the tides and the water piled stuff up, piled it here in a big pile. It's got a swirl there, a little bit of a low, but all of that is sand covering. I've seen this 4 feet tall before, you know? So now what I'm gonna do is pop over to the other side. And then go down the lowest spot until I get to a spot where I think is huntable. Not yet. Did you lose anything?
Huh?
Did you lose anything?
My virginity, but that was way too long ago.
You think we can find it? Enjoy, guys. See, now, good thing I'm not like, that's not PG rated. She said she lost her virginity, but it was a long time ago. And I asked her if she thought we could find it. Guys, I decided I'm gonna go live from like more crowded beaches so that I can add some subscribers. Lots of grunts right there. Now I'm starting to get into the area where you're gonna wanna start, slowing down. See how it flattens out into this like long flat feature? So now I just found this negative. It's grunting at me pretty hard. Grunt, 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 grunt. Back into the drunken stagger. Piece of can slaw on the surface. Those are light, like the jewelry collection areas, remember? Like if there's gonna be a chain collected somewhere, a light chain, a light gold chain. I don't know what we have here. There's like some serious 7/8 grunting over here. I don't know what that is. Now sometimes stuff will bother you and you know what it is and you just don't dig it anyway. Sometimes you get home and you're like, man, should I have dug that target? Okay, so it's the same scenario as the last bay. I'm getting to an area where I'm starting to hear more sounds and stuff. Lots of sounds up on this bank right here. Lots of sounds up on this bank right here. So imagine the waves come lapping in a direction and they start piling stuff up. This whole area is like grunt, 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 grunt. I don't know, this sounds like a penny, but I'm gonna dig it. Maybe not. I have no idea why it sounds more like a crab trap. So it's all negative, just like seriously nothing, I'm not gonna dig it, and I'm not gonna spend time digging it in front of you guys. So yeah, I do leave some targets. Take a couple scoops off it and see if it changes. Here, I'm gonna let you guys see a little bit of the wildlife. And then when I get something, I'll come back and... What's the temperature in your area, guys? We're at 80 here in Florida. Birds are loving it. Water's at 80. Actually, the water's probably closer to 78 now, I think. I'll be in the water tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow night's video will be me with Harry Hess in the water. Lots of grunts up here. No coins though, huh? Except for pennies. Oh, I forgot I told that guy with the whites machine to come up here. Gotta be a bottle cap. So loud. So now I'm gonna predict I'm gonna find something because there's a lot of stuff piled up right here. Lots of sound. Allow your processor time to recover. So if don't even be scared to turn your recovery speed. So I'm running my sensitivity at 22. Don't be scared of running your recovery speed at the highest possible. So now it's going to pick between all those targets and give you a better sound. Maybe you don't go quite as deep, but you're going to, if a gold ring sitting between two iron targets, you're going to have time to recover to hear it. So that's more important. So I'm going to go with a recovery speed of 8. If you stop hearing stuff, don't be scared of turning that recovery speed back down. Turning it back down. Goes a little bit deeper with a lower recovery speed. I only wish I could hook this speaker into the camera so you guys could see what's going on. Or hear. See the 30s? -34. -8. I don't know. This is going to be a really deep hole. Bear with me, guys. Bear with all the shaking. And when you dig, look at, see the shells? This is going to be like a really deep hole. Probably as deep as I'm going to go today. 17 it says. 17 still. It's gonna be a Lincoln, Zinkin. Now I don't hear it, so it's probably the next scoop. I got something massive right there, look. Crab trap. Uh-oh, what did it say? What does that say? Orientation lock. Oh, okay. Crab trap. That's what it was, believe it or not. Look how deep that piece of crab trap was just found. And the only reason I dug it is because there was a chirp to 34. A lot of quarters will do that to you. And you turn your iron bias up to F2 9 and it's probably you're gonna hear a lot more grunts in that, and maybe you leave it. Sometimes I'm just curious with some stuff. See how deep the machine goes. There's another one over here. I heard a 30 chirp, but a lot of negatives. So there's a lot of crab trap pieces in here. The guys with the really smart machines come in here and they can't dig through this. The CTX is a smarter machine, but its processor doesn't work as fast as the Equinox does. Thank you everybody for coming. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, I appreciate it. Same thing, I'm getting a chirpy 33 to -9. That's a crab trap. And even if it is a quarter, you know, are you gonna dig super deep for a quarter when it might be a crab trap? No, the less of those you dig, the more chance you are gonna find a gold ring. And I stopped marking the negatives as well, guys, so I'm getting a lot of them through this area. I'm just slowing down. Hopefully I can find something for you on camera. Lots of negative grunts. Lots and lots. It's just grunt, 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 grunt. Crab trap, piece of crab trap, more crab trap. And notice how I'm not even overlapping, I'm backtracking. So when you hear a sound and it sounds like it's buried in a bunch of sounds, go over it 100 times. Look, around, up, around again. There's gonna be something in here. There's just a lot of sound. You guys ever seen these shells bury themselves back in? It's pretty cool watching these. See how they're all gone? They dig themselves back in. It's pretty cool watching those things do that. super weak 2. 7, 4, 7, super weak. 4, 8. Super weak. 2 out of the hole. What do you guess, a washer? Any guesses? Can slaw? Can slaw? Oh no. That's a super weak 2. Well, look how deep that can slaw was. And you don't have to dig those 2s, guys, if you don't want to dig any gold necklaces and, you know, light gold charms and stuff. You leave those for me. Was that like Freddy Krueger's finger? How cool is that? It's a sponge, guys. Oh, what did I do? Get the orientation wrong again? It's a sponge. How cool is that? And if I'm wrong with the sponge, somebody tell me what it is. Super cool. Am I a weirdo for finding that cool? I'm a weirdo, but I don't know if I'm a weirdo for finding that cool. Here's a 2-4 with a slight grunt. I'm guessing that's a piece of can slaw as well. Now it's got more grunts in it than it does 2-4. 5 out of the hole. Oh! Pants rivet. And again, that could have easily been somebody's little teeny necklace charm. There's so many sounds that I'm really slowing down. Come on, think about it. 216. $216. Give me a nice little silver ring. I don't even care for a gold ring. Tungsten, tungsten, tungsten. Let's go, tungsten. All right, so 16, 17 through 20, and it's got a little bit of a grunt in it. Hardly any sound at all. I'm just going in deep again to see what's going on. All negative out of the hole. Don't be scared of digging these every now and then to see what it is. So that's about 3 grams. You know, rings are going to be in that same area. Everything collects in that same area. I still haven't found a piece of meteorite. Or if I have, I don't know what it was, and I probably threw it away. I'll stop and say hi to everybody here as soon as I get to the end of this breaker. Guys, I only had 7 people sign up for the Knock the Macro giveaway on my Patreon page. There's 3 spots left. It's a 1 in 10 chance of winning a Knock the Macro for 20 bucks. I'm going to go ahead and give it away to the 7 here shortly if nobody else signs up. My Patreon subscribers get access to my phone. You can call me and ask me questions about pretty much anything. Some of the life advice that I don't give on my metal detecting channel. I know about business, I know about finance. I know how to become a seriously broke person. All you got to do is love somebody. Fall in love with a girl, you'll definitely become broke. All right, so I went from up and downs to that sloppy. So now there's just a lot more sand on this side than there was on the other side. Same thing, and now there's only just a small area. Say it's a small little area. You got a little 2-foot area instead of the 8-foot area on the other side. I just checked this on my way over to the other side. And now all this is piles and piles and piles of sand. So now I'm just on a speed walk straight down to the next spot. I'll let you see where I'm at. You guys can see where I'm at. Now you're just looking for like changes in the ground. Those ladies, where those ladies are walking, they're 3 feet higher than I am. I think I might have found my first nickel. $11, $12, $6, $8, $6, $8, $9, $11, $12, $13 out of the hole. Pull tab. All right, let's go down and reveal it with a pinpointer. I still can't see it. When you can't see it, it's going to be a pull tab. Gold rings just have a way of presenting themselves. Oh. Piece of metal. Piece of aluminum. But I'm gonna go up to the wall here real quick, guys. So when the wall broke out first, I was like first here. But what I do notice is a change in something. I don't even know. There's a lot of numbers in that. All negative 5. -6, all -6. -6, -6. 16 through 20 out of the hole. I'm thinking a sinker. Or a zinkin. Stinking zinkin. Believe it or not, there's a what they call a penny in there somewhere. So the penny doesn't float around very well, or floats around really well, I'm sorry. And then you get the sand on it, and then it becomes more of a heavier object. So when you find a penny that's all encrusted like that, it's heavier than just a typical penny. So I'm getting a lot of grunts in this area. A lot of grunts. So I use that penny as a clue that maybe I need to stop and then check this area before I go off to what I wanted to show you. Lots of grunts. Grunt, 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 grunt. Grunt, grunt. I'm walking up this hill. Oh. Solid 14, 15. Most likely a pull tab. Well, 13, 14, most likely a pull tab still. (13 through 15), still a pull tab. Should have had the color. Maybe somebody would have guessed the color of the pull tab. Red, I guess red. Yeah, maybe do the new iPhones, or does any phone have a gimbal in it to where you can use the phone and it's got a gimbal in it? Write that comment below, and then I'll see if I can get a phone and I can go live. I know that you can hook your phone up to the GoPro, but then you gotta have a signal from your GoPro to your phone. Six, 7, 2, 3, 4. Solid 6 out of the hole. I would not have guessed a pull tab. Says I got 20% with my battery. I had a full battery too. How long's that been? Like, seriously? An hour? My phone is just seriously dying. $49 people, 23 thumbs up. That's the half and half subscribers, non-subscribers that I have. If you guys haven't subscribed and you're watching me from TV, stop and take a minute. There is actually a function from your TV that you can subscribe to a channel. The Roku, you can subscribe through the Roku TV and all that. Take a minute, subscribe if you watch me every day, or you gain any information off me at all. What is that? You guys ever wonder what those are? I think those are, what do they call them? Gooey duck? I don't know what the heck they're called. I didn't even find one good thing, did I? One earring, one round. I should have like started with the one earring and then said, all right guys, I'm done. I guess I did teach you something. Okay, so now here's what I wanted to come to up here. All right, so I hunted this wall, right? I did up and downs all along this wall, and I probably went down to where this transition is. And you see this, where the water flows and it creates this ripply effect. So you definitely want to be down here. Tons of sound. Oh my God, it's like brr, brr, brr. All right, we got a 3 there. Oh, it's on the surface. It's that little piece of foil. And then I heard something else next to it. Oh, you guys can't even see. All right, let's come down here. Hang on. Oh. Holy mackerel. You guys gonna see me dig a dime? Or is it a penny? 26. 25. Am I actually gonna find some clad in front of you? 24, 25 out of the hole, or is it a penny? Guess the year, guys. It's a dime. 96. Whoa, found a dime. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'll show you this view. You see, this is the west coast of Florida cut right here. This is about as big as cut we get. And you see the pile of sand to the left? So imagine the beach comes down at this straight level, right? And then goes back up. So all that's sanded back in. So you got 3 feet of sand up there before it gets to the water at that angle. So all that is just like this mystery, like a lotto. If something got washed into that and was liquefied into that sand, it's just this big giant lotto. What are the odds of you finding something that washed up to the top high enough to where you can dig it? It's pretty slim, guys. So when you do take your time to come to these beaches, even though this area up here has probably been hit quite a bit, you should still be focusing up here. You're still going to have more of a chance to find something up in this area. And then if you come to this particular beach, look at those cuts on the wall up there. See that? The bank up there? Those are actually 2-3 foot cuts. That's the biggest cuts I've ever seen in this side. And if you walk a quarter mile up there, I promise you only 5 guys walked a quarter mile up there. Not everybody walked that far. That was the 13 through 15 with a grunt. Now I'm just walking. No rhyme or reason for what I'm doing. I'm just walking, having a good time. I'm gonna bring you up to this bank. No, sir. 14, 14, 15, no grunt. It's most likely a pull tab. 14 out of the hole. Sinker. So that's what I mean. This could have easily been a ring that somebody missed. Pick up the trash when you get to it, guys. $13. Solid 13. Come on, be a nickel. 12, 13. Now it is a nickel. Oh, there it is. Not sure why I didn't just shake that out, guys. So yeah, like I just said, it's the further you get off the main beach, the lazier people are, and they don't come down this far to detect. So it's about as far as I made my up and downs the other day. I found the guy's key right here, and then I just started down that seawall there. I started from the other end and I came here. I didn't make it all the way back to this end. I did see a lady here though. Saw another, or I sent another guy up here. And this is the random part about finding another solid 13, probably another nickel. And this is the random part about finding gold rings. Like if you're just wandering along a beach, if this is a nickel, I'll be back here tomorrow. So that's 2 nickels right here in an area. I'll be back here tomorrow because nobody's hunted this well. Thanks. Appreciate it. Gleason, I didn't see that name very well, but thanks to everybody that comes on and watches. There's a lot of you, 48 of you, 50 of you. Check everybody's channels out. If you're watching me, I said this the last time I upset somebody. I said, you're crazy like I am. Or you like my crazy, so. Check everybody's channel out. But what I do want to point out is, look, there was a nickel right there, a nickel right here. This top tide line where the tides come the last couple times is probably where you want to focus. And you see that little bit of a weed line, the black, the difference between the black and the white, right down there. So you could walk, So there was that nickel. I'm guessing this is a dime, super deep. $24 out of the hole. Penny. Old copper. All right, guys, I think my phone's dying. Pretty sure. It says low battery. Low battery. Love you. Thanks everybody for coming. I didn't turn this on once, so I won't be able to make a video of this live. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope I taught you something. If I didn't, I'm sorry. If you got any questions, just ask. I'll teach you what I do at the beach. Pretty much most of the time, if you want lessons from me, I leave my phone number everywhere, so you can find my phone number and just call me. I'll be meeting somebody, a subscriber at the beach tomorrow. Harry Hess, you guys have seen him on videos before, so thank you. Hit the thumbs up before you leave, I appreciate it. That way it tells everybody to watch my video later. See you guys later.